life nights, we will be doing a deep dive into the third person of the Trinity, the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is not extra, but vital to the Christian life. He is the very breath and Spirit of God breathed into us, giving us life. In this series, we will enter more deeply into the life and mission of the Holy Spirit, the fruits and gifts He offers us, and discover how we can be more open to His presence and power in our lives. The goal of this specific life night, before breath, is to understand the Holy Spirit as a person of the Trinity who has been active since the beginning and started fostering a desire to have a relationship with us and for us to have one with Him. So how do we represent ourselves? What symbols would represent us to somebody else? For me, there are a few things. First would be some religious jewelry, because I don't wear a ton, but pretty much everything I have on pushes back to the faith. I have my miraculous medal, I have a bracelet with multiple miraculous medals on it. We made this at Life Team. And even my wedding bands point back to that and my faith. The next would be a band t-shirt, and I specifically wore this one with one of my favorite bands. And the Ramones on it, and also super ratty, so and stuff in it. Because I grew up listening to classic rock with my dad, and it is my safe space when I'm having a lot of stress. I just put on some classic rock, and I'm zoning. And then just to pick three, which I'm not Trinity, so that was that three. The next would be a book. I don't have any of mine. I have my Bible with that in the book. But I really also have whatever book I'm reading. Literally, I'm reading 4 different books at a time. I love reading. It was a super struggle for me when I was dyslexic. But I figured out how to do it. Yay. Ever since I've always had a book in my purse, I have audiobooks, I have at least 2 books in my car, like workbooks, I think fiction, not all, but real. I love reading. And these are things that kind of represent who I am. Well, the Holy Spirit is the same way. There are symbols that represent Him. I'm going to call out the yellow team to name me a couple of the symbols that represent the Holy Spirit. What are some symbols that represent the Holy Spirit? Dove. What else? Birds, just birds. Fire. Yes. Okay, so dove, fire. Most of the ones are going to be like water, fire, a dove, and rushing wind. But some like random ones that you may not know are like a cloud and light, a seal, not the animal, like the stamp. The Holy Spirit's not represented by big seal. A hand or a finger. Each one of these symbols express something about the Holy Spirit and what He does in our lives. So we're going to read in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 3, verses 13 through 17. Then Jesus came from Galilee to John at the Jordan to be baptized by Him. John tried to prevent Him, saying, I need to be baptized by you, and yet you are coming to me. Jesus said to him in reply, allow it now, for thus it is fitting for us to fulfill all righteousness. Then He allowed him. After Jesus was baptized, He came up from the waters, and behold, the heavens were opened, and He saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and coming down on Him. And a voice came from heaven saying, this is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased. The baptism of Jesus received the Holy Spirit as a dove. The Holy Spirit as a dove teaches us that He is peaceful, nurturing, pure, gentle, and brings new life. Correlated to the level of baptism where we gain life in Christ. We see the Holy Spirit through sacred scripture scripture as a dove, and even in Catechism of the Church, paragraph 701, we're told that the dove is a traditional iconography or symbol of the Spirit. But if we read a little bit before the Gospel of Matthew, we go to verse 11 in that same chapter. We have John the Baptist preaching. I am baptizing you with water for repentance, but the one who is coming after me is mightier than I. I am not worthy to carry his sandals. He will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and fire. So here we see the Holy Spirit represented as fire. Fire is something that we see again, representing the Holy Spirit at Pentecost specifically, when he rested upon the apostles as tongues of fire. Fire brings light, transforms, and purifies. When we read how the Spirit rests upon the apostles at Pentecost in Acts 2, we are also reading what happens to each one of us when we're confirmed. The Holy Spirit transforms us, allowing our lives to mirror the life of Christ. There are countless examples of the Spirit within the New and Old Testament, but symbols and images can only reveal part of who He is and how He works in our lives. The Holy Spirit is a person. He's one of the three persons of the Trinity: Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Just as God the Father and God the Son always were, always are, and always will be, so is God the Holy Spirit. The Spirit was in the beginning with God the Creator. Read this in Genesis chapter 1, verse 2. And the earth was without form or shape, with darkness over the abyss, and a mighty wind sweeping over the waters. That wind is the Holy Spirit. This is important to remember that the Holy Spirit is not separate from God. He is God. Throughout the Old Testament and New Testament, we read that the Holy Spirit anoints priests, prophets, and kings. We read in Exodus about how Aaron, the brothers of Moses, the brother of Moses, and his sons are anointed with sacred oils. This is where we find our tradition and rites when it comes to baptism and confirmation. When you are baptized, you are baptized priest, prophet, and king. And you are sealed with water and the sacred oils. At your confirmation, you are sealed with the Holy Spirit, the physical seal of the cross on your forehead, with the sacred oil. The role of the Holy Spirit is to guide us and to inspire us, as He has inspired the sacred scriptures. This whole book is a representation of the work of the Holy Spirit. From the inspiration King David wrote the Psalms, all the way through the Gospels, we see the Holy Spirit's influence. We see Him acting within the Gospels. In the Gospel of Luke, we read about how John the Baptist left within his mother womb just by being close to Mary and Christ in her womb. That's the Holy Spirit inspiring your action. It's the deep connection between the persons of the Trinity. The Holy Spirit anoints us all, even Christ. Christ means the anointed one by God's Spirit. Everything Jesus did was the joint mission of God the Son and God the Spirit. Through the power of the Holy Spirit, Jesus was able to cast out demons, to heal, to do all things. In the Catechism 743, we read, "From the beginning to the end of time, whenever God sends His Son, He always sends His Spirit. Their mission is conjoined and inseparable. They are not apart. It is the Holy Spirit who raises Jesus from the dead. Their mission is one mission, and that mission is also our mission. When Jesus is to ascend into heaven, He leaves His apostles to continue the mission, and they are empowered by the Holy Spirit to complete it. We see how the apostles change from those who are fearful to those who have courage. They follow the mission of God and are able to do amazing things and are able to suffer great trials because they have the Holy Spirit within them. And the Spirit is working in each and every one of us. Even before we are baptized, the Spirit has claimed us because He And through our sacrament of initiation, baptism, and confirmation, we level up. The Holy Spirit is referred to as the Paraclete, which can be translated into the advocate. Someone who's called to be at our side and to defend us. The Holy Spirit, like I've said many times, is our guide, our counselor, our teacher. Through him, we can do so much for the kingdom of God. The Holy Spirit is vital to the Christian life. He has been moving and working since the beginning. He is the very breath and spirit of God, breathed into us to give you life. We will be helping you to develop your relationship with God throughout this school year. Having a strong relationship with the Spirit is crucial to your spiritual journey. Open your hearts and your minds to Him so that He may guide you in your everyday lives.